When my India called me for the third time, I've been living in Latin America, in Colombia. Can you imagine the distance between Colombia and India? I cannot deny, I bought my ticket from Medellin to Havana in Cuba, then to Moscow, to Krasnoyarsk, just to visit my parents before I go for this important trip. Then to spend some time with my best friend in Tashkent, and finally came to Goa in January 2024. What happened there? I met my recent partner. We're still together during 2 years and we met in Arambol. Did you know how we met? I asked in a Telegram group about cafes and restaurants around Arambol. Just wanted to try some new food, And he texted me a big message with the list of his favorite places. And then he asked me out to one of those cafes. But instead of going to his favorite restaurant, I offered my favorite spot for Tom Yum. And our first date was in Ivan's cafe in Arambol. And our third date was in the jungles of Arambol when I filmed my most popular video on this channel. It's almost 800,000 views, right? I wanted to go to the jungles and I didn't know how to go, where these vagabonds live. And Maxim just told me, oh, I have a friend who actually live in the jungles and actually they're hosting an event and we can join. I was like, okay, this is a good sign and great invitation. It's how our relationship started, and since then we never broke up and still we are living together here in Vietnam. By the way, we would love to live in India, but we can't because of this only 90 days visas and you have to leave the country and then come to back again for 90 days. That's it, only 180 days per year. So India is always calling me. She's not really offering a long stay, Second time I went to India was right after my mom passed away. That's why Varanasi was calling me, like city of the death. Actually helped me a lot to process the time I was far away from processing and from recovering, but I definitely saw other angles of the death. Actually, I couldn't make videos about those burning bodies in Varanasi and other events were happening there with us. Maybe one day I will edit this movie because it was incredible time and incredible things were happening with us. We were a group of 3 girls and each of us had a deep story behind. I think we all needed that transformation and we learned a lot and we improved our lives. And there in Varanasi, I filmed my first video for this channel. And my very first time in 2014, I just bought tour package from my city, from Krasnoyarsk to Goa for 30,000 rubles, I guess, that time. And I didn't fly back after 2 weeks. All this bus with tourists were leaving and I said, oh, don't wait for me. I'm staying here in Baga. It was Baga. But then I moved to Arambol and spent there 2 months. Still didn't want to back home and went to Nepal. Stayed in Pokhara for 3 weeks. But what was most important at that time, I learned how to make money for my future travels. I started to make a photo shoot for Russians who travel abroad. I already was a photographer. I had my page in VK, ВКонтакте, the Russian Facebook. And I renamed it every time I travel to a new place. So first it was photo shoots in Goa, in Arambol. Then it was photo shoots in Greece, in Mexico. I visited maybe 50 countries thanks to my photography, and it all started in Goa. First time it was last year, we went together with Maxim and I became Goa vlogger. Many of you know me for my vlogs from Arambol, especially night parties in Arambol. And this year we couldn't make it to Goa. Лосяш, иди ко мне. Лосяш, ко мне. Because we agreed to babysit this cute dog. It's dog of our friends. They needed to back home to St. Petersburg and ask us to take care of their pets for a couple of months. It was in July, now it's already April. It's amazing experience, but we kind of trapped here in Vietnam and can't really travel. Also, that's why this fifth time I'm going alone without Maxim, without Lasyash. To be honest, I felt so envy for all of you who spent entire winter in Goa. I received many messages, come here, the season is starting, all that. It's painful, you know, of course I wanted to go, so I decided to travel now because this dog will stay with us much longer again. We didn't know, but yeah, probably till June, July, for 1 year he will be living with us. And I just couldn't wait anymore. I'm going now to Kolkata, just bought the cheapest flight from Ho Chi Minh City to Kolkata, then to Darjeeling, to Peling. I'm not sure if I want to go to Gangtok because I need a permit to travel to North Sikkim and it's very high altitude. I'm not really good with the high mountains, and actually I want to avoid really touristy places and maybe find like hidden spots, local places to visit. And after Sikkim I'm thinking to go to Meghalaya, Shillong or Tripura or Mizoram, because these states are not that explored as Meghalaya, at the same time very beautiful. So yeah, let me know in the comments your favorite small towns, hidden waterfalls, and of course I will try to vlog as much as I can and share my thoughts and my feelings. So let's see what this fifth time in India is preparing for me.